Hi there, it's the Men Man again. Nice to see you all. What we're doing today is something a little bit different, as we tend to vary what we do. It's regarding Robert Whitaker, who was the Beatles photographer from 1964 to 1966. He started taking photos around about 1950, moved to Australia in 1961. It was in Australia when the Beatles toured Australia in 64, and Brian Epstein looked for him and said, can we do the photographing of the tour? Can they be the Beatles photographer? And he says yes. And all of a sudden he's got this cult figure. He followed Australia, around Australia, followed them all around there. Then he got invited to do the Butcher's, which is called the Butcher's Sleeve album, which is the one that was released in America. The title was Yesterday and Today. It's called the Butcher's Sleeve because the photograph that Robert took was of the Beatles sat with meat and bones and bits of, like in a butcher's. It was originally released with that cover. Many complaints, and they recalled it. The record company recalled it, and then what they did, the first few what they had back, they've just pasted over the butcher sleeve cover, which we're going to show you later, and put on this, and that is actually a Robert Whitaker print, signed there, limited edition, and that's the one they replaced it with. So they stuck that over the butcher sleeve cover and sent them all back out again. Obviously then they were made in that cover after all the stock had gone with the butcher sleeve. And the butcher sleeve is now pretty valuable, and what people do, or what they did then, is when they've got the sticker on, peel the sticker off to get back to the butcher sleeve. Now a good peeled cover, 800 to 1,000, maybe a little bit more in good condition. Some you get half peeled, which they've tried to do, and you see half and half, probably 500. But it is quite a collectible thing because of what the story was with Robert Whitaker. And anyway, what he did, he did take the photo for the second print, what they put on top of the album. That was originally, afterwards it was all done, and the sleeve was just one print, but there's still a lot knocking about, which was the butcher sleeve. So that was the one that makes the money. So always look out. Sometimes see the Yesterday and Today. I mean, always have a look and see if you can see any, if it's like been stickered on. If it has, you never know, you might have a butcher sleeve. And talking about the butcher sleeve, the session he did for the butcher sleeve, he took quite a lot of photos. Well, I've got actually a nice original print there from Robert, a limited edition, and that is showing you roughly what it was about. So there you've got your dolls, the bits of dolls' limbs, and on the album it was like bits of meat, which made it obviously worse. But that is a print which is sort of showing you what they were doing on the session. Now this sort of stuff, we've got quite a few little bits of Robert Whitaker to show you, and it will be going in auction soon in Amiga, 30th of September, the Beatles sale. So watch out for that. Really nice, rare signed stuff by Robert. And then he did it from 64 to 66. He did the Revolver, pictures on the Revolver album, and he were good friends with the Beatles and Brian Epstein. And he was just the original photographer really for them 2 years. And he went on to work with Cream, some big bands. He was good. Salvador Dori was his friend, I believe. And they learnt off each other. And this is another one. So we were doing the studio stuff as well. That's another print with his signature on. All quite nice. And worth good money. So always look out for his signature, Robert Whitaker, and the original photograph. So that is That's the story of Robert Whitaker. Did an exhibition in Liverpool in 1999. I've got the poster for that, signed poster. That was, in fact, that's here actually, yeah. So we'll show you that. That's 64 to 68 to 66, which is when he worked with the Beatles. That was they did a Matthew Street gallery showing on October the 9th, 2003, as you can see. Sadly, he died in, I think it was 2011. But his artwork is still there, and that is obviously off the butcher's sleeve. You see the sausages, you know. So that's all related to the Yesterday and Today album. So, but yeah, Robert Whitaker is a cult sort of photographer who dealt with the Beatles at this special time, 64 to 66. Then went on to Cream, and obviously did well with all the bands. I think he worked with Mick Jagger. It's another thing he did. So yeah, interesting man. Some interesting stories, and the Butcher Sleeve is an iconic album. And if you do see one, and it is the original one, buy it. Okay. Thank you very much. I will speak to you very soon. We've got something exciting coming up next.